heard him talk about our country. Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Bruto, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA.
All over this world.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jimmy!
Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Indeed there is, baby, and it's Sunday. It's wait a minute. Freaking day is today. It's freaking Tuesday. Jesus, John, you're losing days, man. It is Tuesday. It's time for another Blue Dot Family meeting. Damn, I got to catch up. Mega Wet Willie was the first one to jump in, followed by Michael Johnson. The Remixtress is with us. Thank you very much. Gary Springs there. Dwayne Twizzle's here. Thank you. And Bruce Preston is with us. Let me see. Jeff Curry. Donald Ware is here. Deborah Douglas, thank you. Dorothy Tyndall. How you doing, darling? Gary Spring all the way up in Canada. My next door neighbor, Tracy Dobias. It's a thing. And Nancy Halverson is with us. Jay Clayton is here, and Stephanie sends her love. Thank you very much. Send it right back. Kathy McClelland, thank you for being here. I am feeling better, baby. Michael Foulbister's here. Carol Gillens. Diane Amrick. I'm sorry, darling. I screw up everybody's name. Bart Larson is here. Thank you very much. Suzanne Jarrett. How you doing, darling? Haven't seen you in a little while. Glad to see you in there, baby. Randy Peterson. Woo, pig. How you doing, brother? Adina Michael Big Johnson's in the room. Let me see. I'll get on down here and find out where I'm at. Dwayne Twizzle, Bart Larson. I got them. Kim Stroop. How you doing, baby? Anyway, it's Tuesday. Yeah, I gotta get a calendar in here or some shit. It's Tuesday, baby. Anyway, jump right in here before we get into a conversation. I wanted to point out, I did a little video earlier, stuck it out there on all the platforms out there, but for those of you who missed it and what it concerned, well, Republicans, baby. That's what it always concerns. Let me hit the right button there. It concerns Republican hypocrites like that's something new. I need to get some new pipe cleaners. One in particular today, it hit the news. I think everybody's probably heard of him. Glenn Thompson out of Pennsylvania's 15th district. Yes, sir, man. He's a fine Republican if you ever saw one. Well, what makes him such a fine Republican, John? Well, because he's willing to do whatever the hell he's told. Doesn't matter his values or what he actually thinks. He's one of them Republicans that just gets in line and does what he's told to do. Except this time, he really stuck it up his ass. Glenn Thompson, several days ago, voted against the, I believe it's the Defense of Marriage Act, the act, the one the Democrats pushed through the House recently, trying to codify gay marriage in this country, equal marriage law. Anyway, he voted against it. Nope, ain't gonna have none of that shit in this country. We ain't listening to that shit. And then, boy, howdy shit. 3 days later, he attends the wedding of his son to his new son-in-law. That's right. Attended his son's gay marriage 3 days after voting no for the Defense of Marriage Act. Can we say hypocrite? He put out a message saying he wanted to welcome his new son-in-law into their family with open arms and an open heart. Are you shitting me? Really? If I was your son, I wouldn't have let you come in the freaking door, asshole. I don't know how you sell that shit to your family. Gee, son, I know you're getting married, and I know you're marrying a guy, and I approve of it, and I love the fella, and we're really going to help him. But I can't get out and say that in public, son. Then my constituents will run it up my butt, and I don't have a job anymore. So I'm just going to have to go out there and vote against the values that he holds. He obviously holds them. He welcomes his new son-in-law. So what is it, baby? It's the same bullshit every Republican gives you. They talk out of both sides of their mouth. They don't mean shit. There ain't nothing in these laws, nothing in our Constitution. I don't give a shit how much they wave the flag and hold the Bible up and dance up and down while eagles fly out their ass. They're anything but patriotic Americans, baby, because they don't give a shit. His marriage, his son's marriage is okay. That's okay. Your gay marriage? Oh, no, we can't have that. That's against my moral judgment. Really? But that's who we're up against, baby. A bunch of lying, two-faced, hypocritical cheats who will say and do anything to get their ass elected. It doesn't matter if it crushes his son, which I assume it would. But that's besides the point. In the big game of politics in the Republican Party, it's either toe the line or you get your ass out. That's it. No middle of the road. Your opinion doesn't count. Your values don't give a shit. Either get in line with the Republican Party or get your ass out. That's it. But the question now is, what Republican Party are we talking about? Are we talking about the Republicans that Mike Pence talked to this morning? Or the ones Donnie talked to later? Yeah, because there's two parties. That's how come you've seen that in Murdoch's two newspapers, Wall Street Journal and the New York Post, coming out with editorials telling you that Donnie is unfit for office anymore. You can't let the guy back in. But yet Fox News over there spouting the shit, oh, we love Donnie shit. Well, that's because they're talking to two groups of Republicans. Wall Street Journal and the New York Post are talking to conservative Republicans. Conservatives, they have conservative ideas about shit, I guess. I don't know. But Fox News, oh no, baby, they're preaching to the maggots, baby, to the die-hard maggots that aren't going to turn loose of his ass for anything. It's just setting up a whole bunch of shit. But I like what I heard today, or heard about the two people that testified in front of the January 6th grand jury, and that was Mark Short and what was his name? Greg Jacob. He was the legal counsel for Mike Pence, and Mark Short was his chief of staff. And they both testified to the January 6th committee, and they're already talking about the news that or not the committee, to the grand jury that the Department of Justice has going on that is investigating crimes on January 6th. And they've already prosecuted hundreds of these assholes that were in the building. But now it looks like they're going up that ladder, baby, like they were talking about. So with Merrick Garland's recent comments and everything, I'm getting a little more hopeful here that we're going to see something happening pretty soon. And the January 6th committee is going to continue to pump out little pieces of information that we're all going to get to see, and because they're in recess until September, I understand. And if they don't announce one, just pull one up because they need to. But we're all waiting to see. David, how are you, brother? David, are you with us? Oh, Lord, that was fast forward. Ozzy, are you with us?
I'm with you.
All right, good deal. Yeah, I think David's got something going on with his mic there.
David, go out and come back in again, mate, and get back up here. We want to hear what you got to say, but I've got something to say.
Go ahead,
this hypocrite bastard that turns around and says, no gay marriage, but my son's getting married. That's cool. I bet his daughter could get an abortion as well.
Oh, if she needed one, yeah, I have no doubt. Yep. He'd vote against that too.
And in 2 days, 4 days, look what's happened. J.D. Vance saying stay in a violent marriage. These guys are showing their asses, mate. Matt Gaetz saying women are ugly that are protesting, and if they're offended, be offended. You know, what a jerk.
What an
and
asshole.
women are property. Women are property. I mean, come on.
They're telling you exactly who they are. They're showing exactly who they are. And we all know it.
And they're proud of it.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
every one of these bastards that are running around doing these rallies at the moment, I looked at them, I listened to them closely, especially this Boebert bitch. They sound and act like evangelists.
Yep.
And they deliver their message like evangelists.
Well, you see where Marjorie Taylor Greene came out declaring herself proud white or Christian nationalist, which is like saying I'm a Klan member. You know, it's the same freaking thing.
What have we got here? We've got an evangelist, Nazi, fascist party.
Yep, that's basically the Republican Party rolled into a wad right there. Yeah, they've turned fascist deluxe. Hell yes. They want a little theocracy thrown in there. You know, only white Christians. So you know they're very.
Fox, mate. Fox is distancing himself from Trump. They are putting space between themselves and Trump. Because Garland came out today, I posted on the main chat 10 minutes ago. Garland, just on an interview, and they brought the subject up of Trump, and he said, no, it doesn't matter if he runs for president or not. If he broke the law, he's going to. So he's indicated that they're on it, but he hasn't said they've got it yet. But,
indeed.
You know,
I think it's coming. They're backed into a corner. What else are they going to do? What else is Department of Justice going to do? Let it blow by? We can't allow that to happen.
Nah.
This has to be dealt with now. David, did you get in here without the cartoon voice?
I don't know.
Yes, you did.
You did.
I did.
And Bannon's convicted.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's still out there running his mouth.
He'll get 3 days with 3 meals a day.
Yeah. I hope for 2 years. I hope for the full 2 years. I don't want to see none of this 30-day bullshit, because he did this blatantly in your face, in public, all that shit.
Yeah.
He was out there dancing in front of the cameras. I'm not doing it. Well, then kiss my ass. Make an example of him.
He's a martyr.
Huh?
He's a martyr. He wants to be a martyr.
He wants to be a martyr? Make him into one. Make him into one. Hey, hold him in jail till we get his ass on something else, and then do it again.
Done deal.
He's one of them little just maggots that just wants to eat right down into the heart and keep shitting out other maggots.
Bannon's a straight grift.
Yeah.
It's a straight grift on Bannon's part because he uses it for attention. He gets the attention. He comes out. He acts totally different outside the court than inside the court. And then he goes and fundraises off of it.
Yeah.
So he's showing those people that follow him how tough he is, so they give him money.
That's what it's all about, baby.
And that's what it's all about.
The money. Always about the money with Donnie. And to talk about money, let me thank Keith Thompson, my buddy Keith up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, came in with a $5 donation. And in Facebook jail, just a little help with YouTube. I'm proud of you, buddy. YouTube jail. Must have pissed somebody off. Good for you. I piss them off. I've been having fun on TikTok. I have.
Oh, you're enjoying that, aren't you?
I am. Overwhelmingly, like today's video, it's doing pretty good. And again, I'm like looking at the TikTok because of it is a younger generation than my Travis says, and so that's where we're trying to reach out to. So I did today.
Well, you're young at heart.
That's me.
Yep. Hey, John. Remember what we discussed? Remember we discussed a few weeks ago, and I made a comment. John, I recall Trump having a meeting with someone, and they spoke about National Guard. This was a few months before January 6th. They spoke about National Guard protecting his voters or his supporters. Well, it comes out on NBC. I was looking at news report. Matty, whatever his name is, Matty Hussein, or whatever he's. Yes, that did happen. Apparently, what's his name? Secretary or Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, told in the inquiry that he told the National Guard Department of Defense to have 10,000 National Guard troops ready to go, and at the Capitol on January the 6th, in the background, because there's going to be a chance of problems. Well, then they interviewed the guy, and he said, no, I didn't get that fucking order.
Yeah.
But yet Trump did tell him
he was the acting defense secretary.
The only way National Guard was to be there was to protect these people and not the Capitol. That was what was discussed, and that was made clear in that meeting. Trump only wanted the National Guard there to be assisting.
Protectors of his people.
Yes.
Ain't that sad?
Yes. Now, fucking hell, mate.
Yeah.
That's just
Defense
open and
Secretary
shut.
says come out, and he said he got no phone call from Donnie for no troops
Yep,
or
you've
nothing.
seen the same article.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
It's shocking.
Gee,
It's shocking.
I wonder who to believe. The Defense Secretary or Donnie? Gee, which one has a history of lying through his teeth?
He's blaming Nancy. It's Nancy's fault.
He's going to throw anybody under the bus. Mary Trump said it the other day that the closer he gets to indictment, he's going to start throwing everybody under the bus.
Oh, he'll take the whole GOP with him if he could.
Oh.
He'll
run him right over. Run him right over, baby.
He's going to go scorched
his daughter, his son-in-law, his sons. You know, if they get pegged with something, he'll say, well, hey, I wasn't involved with that. I didn't know
That's loyalty for you. That's the sort of loyalty he commanded, didn't it?
That's who he is. That's who he is. Oh, look at there. I'm glad.
Is David still with us?
David, are you still with us?
I'm still with you.
Oh, okay.
Are you a long way from your microphone?
No, it's right here in my mouth.
Ah.
In your mouth. Well, it doesn't work in your mouth. It's got to put it in front of your mouth, mate. They work better that way.
Better.
I mean, I can't get any closer to me. Let me see if it's defaulted. It may have defaulted off my normal mic.
Yeah, you've got this echoey background.
While you check that, let's check in with Mitch Goldstein. My buddy Mitch, how you doing, brother?
How are you?
How are you doing? How's Julie?
She's all right.
Good. And the boys?
Yeah,
and
doing
the boys?
the kitchen activities.
Good. The boys are doing fine?
Thank God, everybody's spiffy.
Good.
Everybody's spiffy.
So what you been up to?
Just socializing, I guess. We're not in lockdown like we were for, So I actually go out and do shit now.
No shit, have a little social activity. Well, I'm sure Julia...
And I can tell you, I've been seeing a lot of music, and I've been seeing a lot of real good music.
Good. It's that time,
and,
of course. You can't take your eye off the ball too much because there's more shit coming in, they say.
Yeah, well, that's always going to be the case. But how about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I am...
just fine.
Well, I quit smoking.
You quit still?
I quit smoking.
You know he had a heart attack, don't you, Mitch?
Yeah. That'll make you quit smoking, huh? Mitch, you there?
I dobbed you in, mate.
What happened, Mitch?
I did not hear you had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm still on a 30-day ban from Facebook for telling fascists to fuck off.
Fuck off. There you go.
So I really haven't been around. I'm awful sorry to hear that.
Nah, it was a minor heart attack. It was woke up one Monday morning and there you go. It was sitting on my chest, big fucking elephant, Republican.
No heart attack is minor, mate. It's a warning sign.
Yeah,
You just dodged the bullet. That's all you did.
That's what I did. I feel a lot better. I don't even know what day this is.
Fortunately, you have a major heart.
There you go. There you go. I hope anyway. I got to keep it ticking, buddy. I'm not done, but it's getting easier on the smoking thing. I don't
smoking what?
Cigarettes.
Oh, okay. Don't you start
cigarettes.
Right.
As he lights his Cavendish pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And one vice at a time, baby. And there's some I don't plan on giving up. So
you're lucky, man. All you got to do just get your shit together. Got to learn how to calm down and.
I do. Everybody's on my ass not to get so upset. But how do you do that in this environment of politics?
We have one show a week where we just meditate for 2 hours.
Yeah, smoke better weed. Yeah, I'm waiting on Texas to do that.
Stop smoking that fucking Southeast Texas shit and get some real weed.
Get some real stuff.
I'm guessing my
What do you
mic
call
still isn't working, is it?
real weed?
Yeah. Something that has a name, preferably. They have names out there for shit.
Stand, Aussie Dave, that the marijuana in Australia is actually venomous. Is that correct?
Venomous.
Yeah, it'll bite your ass.
Is that
of course
right?
it'll bite your ass.
Boy, howdy shit. Good thing I'm
And I hear
experienced
that-
in snake catching.
I actually also hear that the mosquitoes can actually lift babies up out of their
We've lost
their
a few that
carriages
way.
and carry them off.
Yeah. It's not the dingoes, mate. It's the mosquitoes.
The hell with that shit. I seen
the
the spiders
mosquitoes
y'all
eat
have. I seen
Mosquito
the
will eat a
spider.
dingo, from what I hear.
They'll share one. One dingo is too much for one
Too much for
mosquito.
one
It needs two mosquitoes.
It's got.
So
Let me,
it'd be fun to have a pet
the
dingo.
difference between an Australian wedding and an Australian funeral, don't you?
What's that about?
Well, there's one less drinker at the funeral.
Say that again.
There's one less drunk at the funeral.
There's one less drunk at the funeral. There you go. Let me thank Mage Prime STEM Realm coming in with a $5 donation and said if they don't jail these traitors, at least ban them all from holding political office. Even dog catcher. The Dems need to get some balls. Go Air Force. All right. Outstanding Air Force. Outstanding. Off we go to the ball. Anyway, Air Force good one to be in. I'm telling you, those guys were the smart guys. Yeah, I thought I was doing good in the Navy. Hell no, they'll put your ass to work. You know what I used to say about the difference, because I was in Airedale Navy, by the way, for those that don't know. The difference between a naval air station and an Air Force base. Anybody know? The Navy.
One has planes, one doesn't?
No, the Navy will come in and build a runway and then find a place to put barracks and buildings. The Air Force, they come in and build a fucking base and then find a place to put the runway. That's what the difference is. Air Force got some nice ass bases. I'm just saying. Paula, your son's in the Air Force. Good for him. Good for him. Anyway, so
we left the Afghanistan is a nice place, didn't we? Or a couple of bases over there full of equipment.
Yeah, we left a lot of stuff over there. We left other shit. We're good at leaving equipment all over the place, baby. That's all right. We got lots of money to spend in the Defense Department. We can buy more.
I can't help but think that Donnie said to the Taliban, mate, you're friends of mine. I'll call on a favour shortly. Have it.
Have it, yep. And we'll
give Biden a hard
we
time.
end up fighting against our own equipment.
Yeah, well, you do now.
Yes, we do. That's what I always say about what's going to turn around and bite us on the ass from Saudi Arabia one day. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's what I think.
It already has.
It already
Nobody
has.
gives a shit.
No.
I mean, yeah.
It's all about the money, baby.
They beat you in 9/11. They beat you in the ass on 9/11 and you attacked another country. Thanks, Georgie.
Yeah. Yep. Trump was the best thing ever happened at W. I'm telling you.
They're not far off. Bush Jr. and Trump, they're not far off intelligence-wise.
I think Trump makes W look smart and Nixon look honest.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Bill Jones, how you doing, brother? Are you with us, Bill? Uh-oh. Well, we lost Bill. Well, while we're waiting on Bill to come back, let me send out a big thank you to Mitch Goldstein in the room, who sent out a message, sent a $5 donation. He said, Foxtrot, uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Tango, Romeo, uniform, Mike, Papa. Anybody know what that means? Let me say it again. Foxtrot, uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Tango, Romeo, uniform, Mike, Papa. As Bernadette Prey would say, fuck Trump. That's it. Got to learn, what do they call that? I forgot. Not Morse.
What?
What is it, Mitch? I can't remember. Shit, I'm getting
International code. International code.
Yeah, the
before
the alphabet.
IPA. International Phonetic Alphabet.
Phonetic alphabet. There you go. Yep. Universal. Anyway,
yeah,
it says,
been a little
Trump.
while
I
since
agree. I second that emotion. Let me see if I can get Bill back in here. And oh Lord, we lost David. Son of a bitch.
No, you haven't lost me, or you lost.
No.
Dave. Yep.
Let me see if we got Bill in here this time.
How about this time?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How are you doing, Bill?
Ford loves me. Anyway, yeah, I was listening to the show, and I wanted to point out something that happened about a half an hour before you went on. Our favorite, one of our favorite white wing radio nut jobs, Alex Jones.
Oh yeah.
He lost his case today in the defamation suit from Sandy Hook.
Ain't that sad? That's.
It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And I don't know where he's going to get those multi-millions, but it looks to me like Chapter 11 bankruptcy papers are in the.
He better be looking in his mattress or something.
Yeah.
His wife's got all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very pleased with the DOJ, the 13th district grand jury.
Indeed.
The statements from Pence's deputy chief of staff and his assistant, and that's telling me Merrick's doing his job. And then I watched the Lester Holt interview last night as well. Let's play bits and pieces today, but I listened to the whole thing last night, and yeah, Merrick is not playing. He's just he's one of those quiet guys, you know.
He is.
DOJ doesn't advertise what they do. They just go out and do their job, kind of like when they had Clark out in his PJs at 4 o'clock in the morning getting his house there. Yeah. You know, that's how they operate.
Garland he's very he keeps his shit close to his chest.
Yeah.
I am encouraged by his not only his interview today, where he was talking about they will follow this wherever it leads and to whoever it leads to, and the fact that like you said, the grand jury talked to Mark Short and that other fella.
I can tell you that the historical precedent in the United States of America of prosecuting the highest level crimes has been pretty bad.
Yes.
Grim.
Well,
okay.
Very grim. Let's say it like it is. Very grim.
Okay. The fact that Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon was pardoned by Ford the minute he got off the
Nixon. The fact that Nixon walked away from what he did, that was the beginning of the end of this country.
Because he was shunned in his own way. Do you know Nixon applied to go to buy an apartment in a co-op in New York City, and the co-op board rejected him?
Really?
A big fancy building in New York City.
Is this after he left the White House?
After he left office, he was declined by the co-op board. They're like, yeah, we just don't want your kind here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Mitch, you're this is a test right now of the essence of what we call our democracy, what we call our justice. You know, who does it apply to? You know, because we all are witness to what we've seen. We all are knowledgeable of the facts, and there's more facts that come out every day. So what are we supposed to do? Turn our blind eye to this shit as citizens? I don't think so.
40% of Americans don't see a problem. So yeah, we have a big hill to climb and a big rock to lift.
If there was only 1% that saw a problem, it doesn't matter how many people think whether or not you know, we can't determine our justice system by what the population thinks is right. It's what the fucking law says.
Exactly.
You know? And that
exactly.
You know, they say justice is blind. I'm not too sure. Bill, you were going to say?
Yeah, Mark Short, remember this, Mark Short is the most senior individual to ever testify in front of the federal grand jury.
Yes, which tells you where the grand jury's going.
Well, that tells you where DOJ is going. They're playing with big boys now.
Yeah.
So,
they're not dicking around with just the guys that showed up at the door.
The committee started it, and then you saw the DOJ's law enforcement arm, the FBI, start popping people like John Eastman, Jeffrey Clark, you know, and the ball's rolling. Merrick's doing his job very quietly, and I'm glad he had an interview with the plain clips with Lester Holt on MSNBC of NBC News.
I'm hoping for all.
I've been one of the few defending him for the last year or so. Everybody's been jumping on his butt.
I know that. You've
But-
always been
well,
one to stand up and defend
you
it.
have to remember, I worked 3 decades plus in
Right. Oh
public
no,
life, and I know
I
how it
fully
works.
agree with you. But again, I've
I know how it works.
my opinion is
Yeah.
I'm anxious. I want something. Give
Oh
me
yeah,
something.
well, everybody wants.
You
Hey,
know.
I wanted that. I wanted
Yes.
Trump in jail a year ago, but
Yeah.
I know how.
Indeed.
Keep this in mind. You were just talking about the Nixon thing.
Right.
During the Nixon years, it took 2.5 years to get a grand total of 6 indictments. Okay?
That's true.
These people have been only in business since July of last year and have got 800 and some indictments.
We're anxious. Yeah.
I think they're doing their job.
I
So.
believe so. I believe so, and I think we are going to see action. How can we not?
Well, yeah.
And it's not going to just
Well,
be Donnie.
I-
I mean, before we see Donnie, we're
No.
probably going to see somebody like Mark Meadows or
Yeah.
who else? I think I'd tell you who I'd like to see.
Secret
Like to-
Service.
I'd like to see Jim Jordan.
I'd like
You
to
know,
see that
Scott-
son of a
Scott
bitch,
Perry.
Steve Bannon.
Yeah, Steve.
I'd like
Bannon.
Steve Bannon get.
Several of them waiting for a trial right now. I mean, you got Stone and all those guys, and Heath and Clark, they're all waiting for their trial. Bannon has his. He's just waiting for his sentence.
I'm looking to see what they're going to give Bannon. You know, they say anywhere from 30 days to 2 years. If they don't do 2 years in this case, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Because he has been blatant in your face with this. It's not like, oh well, we negotiated, or I thought I had this, or executive. No bullshit. And he is still out there on his podcast.
Well, and he has several
talking
other
shit.
charges pending. That was just the January 6th charges.
Let's
that
put
had
that
nothing to
maggot
do
up
with the
as-
charges up in New York. He has several criminal charges in New York he's facing too.
He'll hold it up as a
we'll see.
badge of honor. That's great. Let the maggots
Yeah.
worship his ass. I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, those are the percentage of the population that we cannot do anything with. They are.
Here's the issue with Trump going down.
What's that, Julie?
He's the kind of guy that's going to take everybody with him.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
And they know
And so he has tremendous amounts of people who are willing to lie, cheat, steal, sell their children to keep
Yeah.
that from happening. Because if Trump goes down, everybody's going down.
Yeah, that's the danger of him, because if he does get this, you know, that's how come I say it's going to hurt no matter what. We either indict his ass now and face the consequences of whatever the hell that might be. Is going to piss off a lot of maggots. But you're right.
yeah.
We let him run in 24. Like I keep on saying, he's not out there holding political
I don't
rallies.
think he can win.
He's raising an army.
I don't think he can win. I think that he's become kind of the prototype, but I do not believe he can win.
I don't
I
either.
think they're starting to.
I agree.
But it doesn't
I
matter if he
think they're
wins or not.
starting to
He's going
walk
to
away
declare
from
he
him.
did. And the maggots that still follow him are going
Nah.
to believe him.
No,
He's going to try to go out in a blaze of glory.
Anyway.
You know, he's not going to get the publicity from Fox used to get. That's disappearing. So Fox was a big reason for him getting through a lot of this shit.
Right.
They covered his
And
ass.
Twitter.
Yes.
Already lost that.
That's how come
He's
I
lost
say that, you know, Murdoch's, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post putting out those op-eds. They're talking to the Republican Party, but they're talking to the two different factions of the Republican Party, the conservatives and the maggots. Fox News is still holding on to the maggots. The Wall Street Journal and the New York Post are going with the conservatives. Let's see which way we'll see more of what Fox News does with their bullshit.
Well, they're back in DeSantis. Well, they will.
I don't know whether.
Well, there were two news outlets that said that they were no longer going to carry Trump's rallies live and stream.
Good.
That's right. And one of Murdoch's newspapers, I think, put a scathing op-ed about Trump in there and
Two
named
of
him.
them. Two of them. The Wall Street Journal and the New York Post are both Murdoch properties, and both
Yeah,
of them
they're
put
finding
out
this-
op-eds saying that Trump was unqualified. He's what was the word they used?
Never qualified.
Never
but yeah.
qualified. Yeah.
I mean, who else can you think of that was president but isn't qualified to be president? Even Richard Nixon was qualified to be president. I hate to say it,
Yeah, he was.
but he
Martin.
was vice president.
Ford
He
Martin,
was, he was a very powerful congressman.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we got to remember that Nixon Nixon lost to Kennedy and gave up. Nixon lost. That's right. When John F. Kennedy won, he was running up against Nixon, and Nixon conceded. They all conceded except Donnie. Donnie's never going to concede shit anymore. Nothing. If he's in the election, he won the election. That's all there is to it.
Well, he's already telling people to prepare for the cheating. So
yeah, he's laying that
that's
groundwork.
coming.
Well, if he runs in 2024 and loses, you can guarantee another January 6th will happen the next day or that day, because he's not going to accept another loss, and he's going to be prepared. He's learned from his past mistakes, and not for the good, and he'll do a better job of it next time if he gets to run. So
people are not going to put themselves on the line for him, man.
No,
There's too much to
I think
lose.
the list is getting shorter and shorter of people that are willing to do that.
Very short.
And every day I think that we're going to see new shit come out of the January. What Liz Cheney said the other day. The dam was breaking. Let's go, baby.
Yep.
There's going to be more and more people trying to save their own ass.
That's correct.
Well, apparently,
And they're not going to go to Leavenworth for Donald J. Trump.
No.
She hinted to one of the news show hosts on NSNBC, which I find the most credible at the moment. She hinted that she knew basically the evidence of what happened before these two aides to Pence testified before the grand jury. Right. They already know what happened. They're just going to find out who's being honest now as well. I mean, if these guys marched in and lied to the grand jury when the grand jury or J6 committee already know what really happened, they're going to be looking like bags of shit. So this J6 committee knows a lot more than we think they know. I think they know so much. That's why they're pushing to another season, we'll call it.
Yeah.
They got so much on this guy, so much. They're going to bury him.
It's not sustainable. And the more that this goes on, the less power he's going to have.
Yeah. It's having an effect on his voters, most certainly. The more educated voter, the fence line or the fence sitter, not the. I'm not saying. I mean, I was disgusted to see the Nazi fucking flag at the last rally, along with the Confederate flag flying together.
That's the Republican Party, baby. That's who they are. That's what they've boiled it down to, man. They have taken
Nazi flags. Nazi fucking flags.
It has been reduced to nothing but a roux of just maggots and white supremacists and Christian nationalists and the whole 9 yards of maggots. That's who they
banned
are.
In Australia. That flag is banned in Australia. That symbol, and it's banned in Germany. It's banned in a lot of countries. You can't fucking fly that flag.
Free speech, baby. That's what we're on. So we can fight. So
Some
we can all see the dick that he is.
Free speech comes with responsibility. We've always said that, haven't we?
We have. We'd like to see that practice more in a lot of different areas. It's gone beyond that. If somebody has hate that deep in their heart, and they have that right, oh shit, yeah. For years and years and years and years, I put up with that on my own street. Thankfully, it is gone. I have not seen that flag return in months now, and I'm tickled to shit. I hope there's a change of heart. At least they change in his his knowledge that people can see you. You want to be a racist asshole? I guess you have a right to be a racist asshole. You advertise it. We all know you're a racist asshole. So, But in my own area, I was glad to see that flag taken down.
Good. I'm glad to see it is gone.
Yes.
But the bottom line is, it's all about a guy, isn't it? It's not about policies or anything like that. It's all about one person. It's a cult. It's a Nazi cult. It's a evangelist Nazi fucking fascist cult.
What do they call it?
It's hijacked the GOP.
And
it's hijacked the GOP. And it's all upon themselves. Well, they could have got rid of this.
They allowed it to happen. They embraced it when Donnie walked in the room. Are you
They could have impeached him. They could have got rid of him in the first impeachment.
After all of that time under Obama, when we were listening to bullshit about his birth certificate and all kind of witch doctor signs and all sorts of bullshit.
Forget about that.
Trump recognized what that was, baby, and he came in to capitalize on it big time. He always claimed to be liberal until he decided to run for president, and he declared himself he knew who the chumps were. He knew what group was easy to con. And for Republicans, so many of the little maggots, all you have to do is wave a flag, hold the Bible, have an eagle fly by, and sing "God Bless America." You got them. They're yours, baby. You can do whatever. Pick their pockets all day long. You know, that's who they are. And Glenn Thompson highlights that. His own son being gay, marrying his partner, and his father votes no on that amendment, on that legislation. That tells you who they are. They don't give a shit. They'll take what they want. You? No, maybe. Become a congressman. Then you can get what you want. You know.
I'm muted. Oh, they give a shit. It's just about one thing, though.
Money.
That's it.
That's
what
it.
they give a
It's
shit
always
about.
about the money. I always say it's in order. It's money, guns, and God. That's what the Republican Party's all about. In that order. Money.
Out in Pennsylvania,
and God.
Guns first.
Guns first. Well, yeah, that's probably.
Guys,
That's
can I
what
ask you a question, guys?
What?
What happens if Georgia indicts Trump first, or next month, or the month after, whatever it may be, before Merrick Garland does? Now, what happens there? Now, one, Trump can still run for president, can he, if he's indicted? And number two, does it leave Merrick Garland out the loop?
Can he run if he's indicted?
If Georgia indicts Donald Trump, can he still run for president?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Indicted isn't convicted.
Yeah. You have to be
Innocent
convicted.
until proven guilty.
Yep. So you could be sitting in jail.
I'm not sure
afraid
if the
so.
mic is working.
Yes, it's
No, it's working,
We
David.
got you.
You're just very quiet today.
It was defaulting to my. It was defaulting to my mic, which is for some reason on my cam, which is way across the room. So I don't know why it does that.
You sound
That's the
better.
Discord.
Yeah, Discord.
All right, I switched my mic back to the
It's
one near
bad.
my mouth.
Yeah, Discord messes with your head all the time.
Does
my
some
God.
odd things.
Can you hear me?
Just ask
Yes,
Bill
we can hear you,
Jones.
Bill.
Yeah, we can hear you, Bill.
Uh,
Hey, Bill, how long
Yeah.
do you reckon it would take Merrick Garland to get to the top notch? A year? And I'm not being facetious.
where you been, Dave?
Well, I've been here.
A year ago, they were prosecuting guys that were beating cops and stuff. They just indicted people in the inner circle. I mean, come on. I think he's doing pretty good.
Yep.
The people that
And
are
I
on-
think it's going to
people
pick
on
up.
trial
Too.
now are in the White House, man.
Let's
I mean, I think they're doing pretty good.
Did you see that that legal advisor that's on CNN all the time, Toby or Tooby, Professor Tooby? He said it's going to take up to 2 years to get to the top.
Oh, it
Banana.
could. It could.
Yeah.
There's so much.
This is
it's
not
gonna
going to
take
be
so
something
much
that they're going to rush to court and all of a sudden it's over.
What he was probably referring to was the entire time frame. Keep in mind, DOJ
Right.
started their investigation in February of 21. Okay, so they've been at it 16 months.
If
So
the
it might
indictment
take
came
another
down
6 to 8 months.
today, it would still take a hell of a long time to get this shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And then he's got to live that long.
right. Let's welcome
Hello?
in DJ Mosley. Are you with us?
If he's indicted by Georgia, would not preclude him from running for president. If
Right.
the 13th district throws an indictment at him, he can't run for dog fucking catcher
Yeah.
because of the 14th Amendment.
There you go.
Hey,
You
John.
understand?
Yes.
The
This is
difference
Tim.
is one state and one federal. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to see.
Yeah.
Let me see. DJ, are you with us?
Well, that's just
Yeah.
law. I'm just telling you what the law is.
Right.
No, you made it clear.
DJ.
John,
Yes.
I just wanted to say that my brother claims to be a genius, and he has patents on firmware and all kinds of things and information
Right.
systems. And he, claiming to have 165 IQ, believes in QAnon, okay, and he moved to Dalton, Georgia, which is right in the heart of QAnon country.
Right.
And
Oh, Lord.
I mean, we have such family fights, it's unreal, between my sister and my brother, who are both crazy QAnon people, and the rest of the family who are halfway sane. But what I wanted to talk about is this thing with Hulu. Have you been reading about that?
Hulu?
Hulu is stopping Democratic commercials, liberal commercials, from being shown on Disney. Of course, owns Hulu, and they're stopping the commercials from being shown. And I'm from Michigan, but right now I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm watching Hulu, which I made stop, and I keep seeing all these local right-wing commercials with absolutely no liberal commercials because of their policy of not letting liberal commercials run on Hulu.
I did see a headline that said Hulu was not going to allow commercials on abortion. Several issues. I didn't read the story. I just seen the headline.
Disney would not like DeSantis or the GOP because they fucked Disney over, didn't they, in Florida? Why would Disney be helping the GOP?
Yeah, the thing about Disney is that they've become such a powerhouse. It's a shame that, what is his name, Michael Eisner, when he started, he ruined Disney, in my opinion, because he became they sued a 13-year-old girl for copying something that they thought was their copyright. I mean, that's ridiculous what they started doing. And the thing about it now is I'm seeing these local commercials right before movies I want to watch that are local commercials for conservative politicians in the St. Louis area, but I haven't seen one for a liberal, even at the local level. That's sure pissing me off more and more.
I bet. No,
yeah, well, that doesn't sound like Disney. That doesn't sound like Disney would do, because I'm sure Disney are disappointed with the GOP and DeSantis and all that department.
You would think so. With the
I mean, it's just crazy.
You would think Disney's corporate culture would be one of, inclusion and acceptance.
Yes.
That's their market. So for them to lean into the right-wing nutjob society would not be good for business.
No.
Because right-wing nutjobs don't give a shit about, they'll go to they're just out to have fun. Democratic voters will take social issues to heart. My son and I were just talking about that earlier, because we won't go to Chick-fil-A. I won't. No, we have.
I would never go to Chick-fil-A.
Never go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh man!
I don't give a shit how good their chicken is. Fuck you.
That's right.
They're assholes. And I don't
the guy
know
he's a religious nut. I mean, I believe in God. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with God. I don't have a problem with Jesus Christ. But what I have a problem with is these motherfucking religious assholes who want to make everybody believe the same way they believe.
Yeah.
And to me, if I were saying that the real blasphemers, if you want to say that word, are these people who are calling themselves conservative Christians or trying to run the world.
There you go.
If I were Jesus Christ and I came in today,
I don't know how they can hold their head up.
If I were Jesus Christ, absolutely. If Jesus Christ came back today, he would probably just look at them and just turn the other way and ignore them, or maybe he'd send lightning bolts to
I've always told people I'm an atheist, but if Jesus Christ came down to walk on the earth right now, I know a whole lot of conservatives that ought to be a whole lot more nervous than me.
You got that right.
I know where y'all stand, so kiss
my ass. I believe in Pascal's dilemma. Blaise Pascal. His dilemma was that, well, if I believe in God but there isn't one, okay. If I believe in God there is one, okay. But if I don't believe in God and there is one, uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, I have always said the same thing, and I will say it over and over and over again. If there is a God in heaven, I will give him one fucking chance to get on his fucking knees and apologize.
John?
I'm sorry, but that's exactly how I feel.
John O'Fly's got his hand up down there. John,
that guy. Hold on, let me thank
guy.
Let me thank Mage Prime Stemrel for coming in with another $5 and said, "You can't be the superior and use the victim card when someone called them out on your bullshit. You, Roland Martin, the Young Turks, and Midas Touch equal progressive news." Thank you very much, Mage Prime. We appreciate it tremendously. And let me get that done. Oh, Johnny Fry, that guy. Oh man.
Open the fire curtain.
Yeah, there you go. You never know what's going to fly in the freaking door. Let's get him up here. I want to ask Johnny Fly about Glenn Thompson anyway. What district is
Hello.
it? Where's the 15th district, Johnny?
That's a good question. I don't know offhand.
I'm looking at the map of Pennsylvania right now, but I don't know what district he's in. I mean, I can't see the districts. Just
The name sounds familiar. He sounds like an asshole, though.
he is an asshole. 3
Yep.
days after voting against the marriage equality thing, he goes to his son's gay marriage, gay wedding.
Yeah.
The 15th district is actually north of us. It's the next county north from where we are.
Oh.
And it's Pat Toomey's old district.
That's out west near Pittsburgh, then, right, Mitch?
It's about 40 miles from Pittsburgh.
Okay, that's west of me. Yeah, it's about 5-hour drive.
Oh yeah, you're way west. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say though, this thing with the Christian right, whatever, this known as Christian nationalism. They had something on TV, I think CNN today, about it. They are very dangerous. There's one thing called Christianity, and there's another one about the extreme right. That's Christian nationalism, and then there's another one called dominionism. It's some weird.
Well, therein lies the problem.
The Christians want a theocracy. They want our government to be run by the church.
Exactly.
No, they don't.
They
Wait
want
a minute.
theocracy/fascist government.
Well, the theocracy is a fascist, but the true definition of a fascist is a corporate-run government. That's the true definition of fascism, if you look it up.
That's where we are.
Okay.
But the religious right are jumping in and taking advantage of it too, though. They're going on the coattails and they're going right in, and then when they get in, well, who do you think's behind this this anti-abortion, women's right thing? It's now yes, we know we have conservative Supreme Court, but who put them in? Well, Donald Trump. Well, who did Donald Trump cater to? The religious right, Christian nationalists.
Yeah, evangelicals, yes.
Right.
He knows a chump when you see
crazy.
one. You know a chump when you see one. As long as he holds the Bible up in front of the church across the street, they could give two shits. Look there, it's upside down and it was struck by lightning, you idiots. Oh, Lord.
Well, the people that get me are these people who say that the Bible is absolutely gospel. And I look at it and I go, no, it's not. At the very least, it's parables, but at the very most, it's just bastardized history.
Well,
if you go back,
if you ask a dumbass like
and
me,
look at the Council of Nicaea, what is that? That was political. You had 3 factions deciding what would go in the Bible. It was a big political face-off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
between the
That's
factions.
exactly right. And
The
Christian
Bible was written by a
nationalism
man.
too.
It was written by a man.
It was written what?
It wasn't written by God.
Well,
Well,
supposedly, but
when you
it's
had
supposed
the-
to be inspired by God.
Right. When you had the Council of Nicaea, you had the Jewish Christians, you had the Gnostic Christians, and then you had the faith-based Christians. And if you look at our Bible, it's obvious who won out: the faith-based Christians, the people who believe in it. It
And
doesn't
the
have to
Gnostics
make
actually
sense.
did
They
not believe in
it.
the divinity of Jesus. They believed that Jesus was enlightened but not divine. The
Right,
Gnostic
well,
Christians. And they were
Gnosticism
persecuted.
is in search of truth, or through introspection, and the religion to a Gnostic is, and I'm kind of a Gnostic, but I'm a cosmologist, and that means I don't do hair. And what it means is that I like to read about the structure and function of the universe from a point of physics, and when you do that, what you find out is that at the quantum level, almost everything that supposedly is part of God, existence, and religion can be defined by particles at the quantum level. And there's a whole bunch of books out now equating religious concepts to quantum physics, and it's really a neat thing to read about, because even, for instance, they have identified a group of particles in your brain that have no function. So they believe, the physicists believe, that when you die, those are your soul.
That's a Republican right there.
Well,
Check their brain. They ain't got one working.
Well, let me hear and say, I don't think physicists generally believe that, but it's actually pretty cool that they've found an undiscovered thing.
Well, I can say there are some who believe it because they've written about it in their publications. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all physicists believe it.
If I may say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, no matter what your belief in, just look at the common thing that's going on with the Republican Party right now. Like I said, it's called Christian nationalism. I have a book written by Andrew Seidel about it. But they claim that, well, the United States was founded on Judeo-Christian ethics. That's supposed to be. You know, they're pushing that. Well, the pilgrims came over and they claimed this country for God. I think they need to read their history. We are not a Judeo-Christian
I think they need to read the fucking
You have to realize
Constitution.
it's the damn Scots. Okay, I'm 55% Scottish by genetics, but it's those damn Scots who went down into the Carolinas and the southern states that started all these Baptist denominations. And I was raised as a Southern Baptist, started all these Baptist denominations, and now they're trying to run the world. And we have the Scots to thank for that, the ones that immigrated over here from Scotland. They're the ones who started the Protestant denomination for real in the United States.
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm more inclined. I like Jerry Wallace because that's what I was fixing to say a minute ago when I was saying if you ask an ignorant man like me, I'm like Jerry Wallace here. The Bible was written 300 years after Jesus by men pretending to speak for God. And I repeat, my ad is the most important word that you could see on your Holy Bible right there is the word King James Version.
Right.
Is the most important word in that. It's the version. This guy's version. Oh, it's the King's Version. Yeah.
Well,
you know, again,
John,
I look at the only books in the Bible that are worth the shit are the first 5. There's chiseling, you know, the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible.
Yeah, the Pentateuch.
After that, you know, then you come up with all this other bullshit that you say he said.
You know, we're sound like a religious group here.
Yeah, let's get off that. I want to send out a great big thank you. There's only, it's been a rough month, and there's only a few days left for any possible donations to come in. And Leanne Grier just knocked it out of the park, baby. She just came in with $100 donation.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
Baby,
Thank
I
you.
can't tell you how much you just saved my month.
Oh, that's good.
I
No
really
kidding.
can't. I was looking at, you know, because that's what they do. When people donate, they save it all up until the 21st of next month, and that's when I get it. And so I look at what I can do with that, what bills are what I can do.
Yeah.
And
John,
yes.
I
Thank
sell
you so
guitars
much.
online. John, I sell guitars online, and I'm not going to plug my store, but I will tell you this: I haven't sold a guitar since March.
Really?
The economy has just destroyed it.
No, it is, but it's coming back. It's
I
coming
hope
back.
so.
You know, I believe it will come back stronger.
Well, I just wish that these networks would stop sitting there saying, "Oh, it's all Joe Biden's fault. It's Joe Biden's fault." They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I'm sitting here looking at 4 of them right here. You need some more?
The economy is a living, breathing thing, and it's based upon consumer confidence.
I got 2
Consumer
electrics.
confidence is what drives it.
I got
It's
2
that simple.
electrics and an acoustic over here, and 2 acoustics.
Guitars?
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of guitars do you like, John? I might be able to provide something for you.
Let me get.
Do you do electric or acoustic?
I've got both. I sell online, and I've probably got my own collection, 150 guitars.
Can you see that?
Okay, what brands do you sell, DJ?
I sell
That's a
Gibson,
custom
Fender,
made.
Gretsch, Ibanez, Alvarez.
All
you
the
name it.
mainstream brands, yeah.
Hey,
Right. And but anyway, John, what kind of guitar do you like? Maybe I can find something for you. I'll press
A
it. to
Fender
you.
Strat, John. Get a Fender Strat.
yeah. One that makes me
Well, I
sound
might be
like
able
I
to
know how
find
to
one
play.
somewhere for you.
I
The
can-
ones I've got now are kind of in my collection, the Fender Strats, and I don't know if I want to get rid of them.
I played the cajon.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
Do
you.
you know what the cajon is?
What is?
The cajon.
Cajon. That sounds so familiar.
It's a musical
That's a
instrument.
brand, right?
No, it's an instrument.
It's an instrument.
Yes,
okay.
I'll give you. It's also the Spanish word for box.
Box. Okay. Well,
And
I
it
don't
is a
think
box.
I've seen one of those.
It is a box that I sit on, and each side of the box has a different tone. So for anybody that likes to sit around and tap when you're listening to music, this
Oh,
instrument
it's a-
is made for you. There's a snare
a-
drum, there's bass drums. You know, it depends on where you hit it. So if your friends are sitting there rocking and roll with their guitars and all that stuff, and you got nothing to do, well, get you a cajon, baby. Sit on the box and just lightly tap away with the music.
Speaking of boxes, there's a red box you might want to look for over on
Hey,
YouTube.
hey,
The red
John.
box?
Just want to let you know, S.C. Smith has his.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
Look
I
at
haven't heard from
Smithy,
him in a while.
Haven't seen
Come on,
that.
Smithy.
Floridian in here.
You might think you're seeing double, but well, you are.
I hate to ask this, but does anybody know what ES stands for on a guitar, NSG, on Gibson guitars?
Yes, electric Spanish.
That's ES, right. What's the SG?
SG. Now that one slips my mind. But I was just going to say, John, tell me you want an Epiphone Casino, and then you can just send it to me.
That was the one. That was the one I was thinking about. Thank you, S.C.
Actually, I
what was the
have a
address
few
to send it
Epiphones that I might... John, I have a couple Epiphones I might send you. Solid
good, reasonably good guitar.
for free.
You know what the best song I play on the guitar? And I don't play the guitar. I don't. That's Travis's. All these are Travis's guitars. He has a ton of them. Well, not a ton.
Well, Travis, talk to me later after this. It's over.
But there is one song that he admires that I can play, and that's Dueling Banjos.
Oh, yeah.
I can play that song. You know, it's just...
That's good.
It's a picking song.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
one string
have you seen the movie Cadillac Records? It's the story of Chess Records in Chicago, and it's about Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf,
I haven't seen it.
and also the late, great guy from St. Louis, who would be what? Who was a great rock and roll guy from St. Louis?
Chuck Berry?
Chuck Berry?
There you go.
There you go.
Chuck Berry signed with them. Those were all the people who signed in Chess Records back in the late 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And they do one song in this movie called Hoochie Coochie Man, which is probably one of the best songs you'll ever hear. I love Hoochie Coochie Man. And they also, Etta James, if you've never heard Etta James do it last,
please.
you should.
Please.
I break out in a rash and start to sweat when I hear that. I get chills because that song's so beautiful.
She's got a voice. She's got a voice that just held through the ages, baby.
The other day, I was on YouTube. I don't know what it was, a mix of artists. I don't know where it was at. Maybe SCU might know. It had George Harrison. George Harrison, I think, was on, and Eric Clapton was on. It was amazing. Big jam session. Do you know what that would be, SC?
No, say it again, Johnny. You're kind of breaking up on me. I just heard the names.
Okay. Well, like it was a big jam session. They had all these artists together in one area, like Eric Clapton, George Harrison, and
there's been so many of them, Johnny. It's kind of hard. The Chuck Berry Hell Rock and Roll. That was a great one, which celebrated the music of Chuck Berry, and it's pretty much Keith Richards who put the band together. And that's a great flick. There's a part in it where Keith touches Chuck's amp, and Chuck's like, "Man, don't touch my." Oh, he gives Keith hell. It's great. That's when you don't touch nobody's amp. Don't leave their shit alone. I don't care if you are Keith Richards.
It's like that one commercial. Don't touch my piano.
See, if you listen to the Rolling Stones, you will hear many songs that they do that are actually Chess Records songs.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. All that. It all ties in.
I'm fixing to turn religious.
I heard you talking. I was going to check it anyway because I just got through got my niece in town from Ohio, and we have to do the crab bowl every year, and we just got done with that. So I was jumping in, but I was coming in right when y'all were talking about the guitars, and that Epiphone Casino, that's next on my list. I've had some things get in the way of getting it, but I'm hoping at the first of the year we'll add that to the list because I just want one of those guitars. So
have you seen you've seen those? That's what George Harrison used to use.
Yeah, they're known as the Beatle
I got
guitars.
one sitting right here in front of me.
Oh,
brand new. Paid $3,000 for it. They're not cheap. They're not cheap if you're going to get one.
No, I'm gonna go with the $700 model and be happy with that. And be happy with that because I'm not mainly they're just for me to sit around the house, pick up every once in a while, strum. I don't go out and try to play for anybody, so it's just my personal sitting around the house when I get bored, just picking something up and playing it. And so my health the last couple of years was kind of bad, and I just had surgery for that Thursday, which I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sore still, but I'm up and I'm feeling better.
Oh, that's good. Hey, we're all living better living through chemistry. All us old guys. I mean, it's all the drugs.
I think
that keep us
chemistry is
alive.
probably what's keeping most of us alive anyway.
Absolutely.
Let me
I take
pause
about
again,
10 different ones.
because I can't believe she did this. Let me pause again. To thank a huge baby, don't hurt yourself. Do not. I caveat every donation. We appreciate every donation, but never make a donation to this show or anybody else's show. That is going to hurt you. Don't do that, please. And I say that.
Knows what hurts.
I see that because Leanne Gard just came in with another $100 donation. That's two. That is two.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. But please, don't put yourself in any kind of that. It concerns me when I so appreciate it, and you won't believe what that would do, but not at the cost of anybody else. Please don't do that.
John, I'm sure if she couldn't do it, she wouldn't have done it. So
that is just more than generous.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
That's wonderful. Thank you
that just
very
made
much.
the month of July a whole lot easier.
John, when I sell a couple of guitars, I'll make a bigger donation.
Well, brother,
but right now, my money's all tied up in these guitars that are not selling.
I don't blame you. That's money well spent. And my son would tell you in a heartbeat.
Actually, people don't understand this. I've invested in marijuana stocks. I've invested in Bitcoin.
Hey. We'll have no bragging in
everything
here.
is lost.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. Can I say that? Did I say something wrong?
No, you can say it.
Okay, well, the thing is, I've lost money on all those. The only thing I've made money off of, all of my guitars that have gone up in value, but not my stocks. All my stocks have gone down in value.
Oh.
So, hey, if you're out there listening, guitars are a good thing to invest in.
Yeah, and guitars.
They're going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
my son would just jump on that kind of stuff.
I wanted to ask FC, how close is Sarasota to you? Because have you been following the news down there? The Nazi stupid assholes that are holding, they're at some sort of a meeting or something.
Johnny, I've seen the clips. I don't stop to listen to them because it just pisses me off so bad. We got a governor that won't fucking stand up and say shit about it. So
well, he's encouraging them. FC.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's his
I understand that. Like I said, I dropped my vote in. I guess Wednesday I dropped off my mail-in vote for our primary.
Awesome.
And so
when is that?
The 23rd of August.
I just filled mine out today for Michigan.
Awesome.
So seeing that, like I said, a lot of things. All I have to do is just see the headline. I ain't got to look no more. I ain't got to read this story. You know what I mean?
How close is that to USC?
Where was it at? Where was it at?
Sarasota.
Oh, that's way
probably.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way south.
It's it's a good little ride. Luckily we haven't seen anything like that up here, but that doesn't mean they ain't out there, and shit.
Smithy, are you seeing any liberal ads in your town? Any Democratic ads on TV or radio or anything like that?
I live in my county and my cities, it's a Democratic county. There's only two of us in the Panhandle, that are pretty much blue counties and stuff. We don't have no crazy like Republicans or anything like that up here running for office or anything. I mean, we already got like Matt Gaetz and a couple others, but I don't see a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, because DJ's had mentioned that there seemed to be some sort of restriction on liberal advertising.
Well, he was talking about on Hulu. On Hulu, right?
On Hulu, right?
Yeah, I don't. I got Hulu, but I rarely watch Hulu. I rarely watch it. I'm pretty much.
I'm going to ask Marsha because we have Hulu, and the only time she ever watches it is when I go to sleep. Marsha stays up later than me. I go to bed around 11 o'clock every night, and about 5 minutes after my head hits the pillow, I'm gone.
Well, I hate to say it, John, but I stay up most of the night because I just can't sleep. And then when I get up in the morning, I fall asleep in my chair. But I just wanted to bring up somebody here. Have you heard of Vicky Hartzler?
Vicky Hartzler. No, I can't say I have. No,
I haven't.
Not in Australia.
Who is she? What is she running for office somewhere? DJ, what happened to you?
We've lost him.
DJ, there.
While he gets back online, John, let me ask you: Did you see the comment by the chief of staff of Mike Pence that said that when he was asked about Matt Gaetz or something that made comments about him, he said, "I don't give a shit about Matt Gaetz or something. He'll be in jail by then for child sex trafficking."
That's another one that we're all waiting on. You know, Matt Gaetz. You know, let's get on with that.
This is the chief of staff. This is Pence's chief of staff saying this.
Good.
You know?
I hope he's
so
right.
they all know. They know the truth.
They all
know the truth.
Oh, who was that guy that said there's a whole bunch of cocaine-fueled orgies? Cawthorn. Yeah, that guy. Well, maybe he was telling the truth. I don't know.
Well, you know, you've seen. I guess you've seen it, John. But they got old Grizzly Maxwell. She's now a resident in Tallahassee.
She is now a resident of your city, buddy. Indeed, she is.
Yeah, she's in the federal prison over there. And you know, I can't remember her name, but it's the redheaded Russian girl that was involved with the NRA and all that.
About.
She was over here, and we didn't know it till the day they let her ass out, and we were all like, "What? Like, you serious?"
I remember that girl. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I mean, the prison is right there where I played disc golf, and I'm like, "Oh my God."
You never know who's living in next door to you at the prison, buddy.
That's it.
You know, I know a few people I want to see in there. You know.
Sounds like a friendly community there.
Yeah, if I had the whole damn clan over here. It's like, what the hell? How shit?
Right,
you have Bannon over here. You have all of them. That's shit. I don't even think of that.
Jeff Curry says he saw an ad today for Vicky Hartzler, and said, "Others got guns, flamethrowers, and she had a chainsaw." Right? Shit.
I think I might have just. I think I might have just said Biden. If I did, I don't mean Biden. I mean Bannon.
Bannon.
Where is Vicky out of? Is she out of like Oklahoma area or out that way somewhere?
My thing working. I don't think my thing.
I think I heard the name, but I thought it was out like in Oklahoma or out that way somewhere.
My thing's broke.
I don't know I don't know the name.
I gotta let my son know my thing's broke. My thing ain't working.
What thing?
My thing on the screen up there where we broadcast out. Every time there's a donation, it should show up on that screen. A little music should go bing bing, and we should all get notified. That's the way it always was. I ain't seen a single one.
Make sure all your wires are in.
Well, it's because Timothy Silva Jr. just came in with a $10 donation and said Republicans has invited Viktor Orban Viktor Orban to speak at CPAC in Dallas on August 4th. They are embracing fascist theocracy and betraying our democracy. We must vote them out in November. Yes, Viktor Orban is going to come.
Who is he?
Are you shitting me? Hell yes, they're fascist assholes. Who is he? He's the president of God dog it.
For us international people that don't have him in our country.
He's the prime minister. He's the president of. If I was on Jeopardy right now, I'd be screwed. Hungary. Thank you. Yes, that's where CPAC went to have their meeting. A bunch of white nationalists. That's who they're courting. That's who they are. And we got to remember that. We've got to remember this in November, of who the Republican Party is showing us who they are.
The Dems have to use it. The Dems have to start fighting back and showing this stuff on TV like the Republicans do. The Republicans fake advertising. They don't need to fake advertising, the Dems. Just play what's been out there. Play some of the January 6th stuff.
It's not funny,
Keep it
Gary.
going.
I broke my thing. Gary's laughing because my thing's broke. Do you know anybody heartless that would laugh when you broke your thing? Or just walk up to you and go, look there, you broke your thing. That's funny as shit. I wouldn't do that, Gary.
Maybe that's what's wrong with
I'm heartbroken, buddy.
What's wrong with Matt Gaetz. maybe that's what's wrong with Matt
Yeah,
Gaetz,
Matt
John.
Gaetz is going to have himself a buddy named Bubba in prison, I think, one day. You know, the story of Matt Gaetz is a tragedy amongst itself because, again, we already know who he is. We know who he dealt with, who he ran with, where he was. The story's out there again for all of us to see, but we got to wait.
Well, you see, John, this is the reason why I know religion's not always a good thing to talk about, but I think in this case, when I brought up the Christian nationalism, I think that's so important because that's a driving force in the Republican Party. You don't see them getting involved in the Democratic Party; it's the Republican Party. Why? Because they feel
they're
that
open
it's their
to it.
duty to represent God and tell everybody else you can't do what the Bible says you're not supposed to do, and that's it. They want to make us have to cower down to them, and that's bullshit. It's not going to happen.
It's only about the money, John.
Always about
it's
the money.
only about the money.
You know, they had a special here on, I think it was on CNN. I seen part of it about here in Texas. It was called Deep in the Pockets of Texas.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah, it's exactly what we think it is. There's two guys, I can't remember their name right now. I was just looking at Carolyn and John Majesco's. If the Republicans win, Putin will be the next speaker in Texas. Yeah, the reason that brought that to my mind, that deep in the pockets of Texas, one of the gentlemen in the show described Texas politics as a modern-day Russian oligarch system. It's run by rich people. That's how Texas has become so red, is that there are two wealthy billionaire oilmen out in West Texas who Jesus is their savior, and they pump money into every freaking race that they want to win in Texas, including my district, every district across this state, millions of dollars to get people that don't even have a freaking background in anything. They just toe the line for these two assholes, pray to Jesus, and let's go, and get these people elected. I don't care if it's for school board or dog catcher or what it is in Texas. These two assholes determine who gets the money to run. And that's how Texas ended up the way we are. And it's sad. It is sad that our politicians are nothing but a bunch of whores for money. That's exactly what Texas means.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
How will the devil come to us? We're seeing it.
Yeah.
That's right, Keith.
I just turned around and Mitch Goldstein was gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He's
Mitch,
gone,
if you're out there, thank you for coming by. Julie, I love you. Thank you for being here.
Smithy, get Smithy back in the room, mate. Get Smithy, Smithy back in the areas.
Yeah.
Hello, Smithy.
Bill Jones keeps getting kicked out too.
I discorded myself. Someone's trying to text me, and I'm trying to text back and forth and on here. So I discorded myself.
Well, what happened to DJ?
What's that?
DJ.
What happened to DJ?
Oh, he's back down. He's back down here again. Let's try to get him back. We lost his voice.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I lost my feed there somehow.
The last time we heard anything from you, you were fixing to tell us about somebody.
Oh,
are you on the mobile phone?
Vicky. Yeah, I was going to read you what it said about her, but basically, if you go to her website under Meet Vicky, she is about as fascist as they come.
What's her last name?
Unbelievable.
What's her last name?
Hold on, I'm trying to turn this off. I got John Hawley on here trying to. Come on, I had to mute that. John Hawley has a commercial endorsing her. Her last name is Hartzler, Hartzler.
When we lost you, somebody in the chat mentioned her name, and we got into a conversation about her. Yeah,
yes,
real piece
that was
of work.
me earlier. I know.
Okay.
But she, her motto is unafraid. She's unafraid to basically speak her mind and try to change all the liberals change all the liberalism into conservatism.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to.
She'd like it to happen.
We're going to see. We're going to see everything. This November is going to tell the tale for everything.
Yes.
This is it's gonna determine our future, and what that's gonna look like. I do believe that down to my heart.
This
Either
is
we
so
deal
big.
with
This is
this
bigger than
now,
Brexit.
or what's coming in 24 is going to be mild.
You know, John, it's so coincidental. I call it coincidence because all this shit seems to be working against Biden. It's not Biden's fault. How do you convince your fellow Democrats that it's not Biden's fault? He's not doing good in the polls.
He's not doing good in the polls right now.
And I know why. Because every time Biden has a little bit of a flare-up and has a fight back, his numbers lift the next day or the next week. And because Biden's been very quiet over this, the whole country is anxious about this Trump thing, and Biden's been very quiet and non-commentary about it, and trying to be apolitical with this thing, so it doesn't look political. But the people expect him to kick more ass in respect of maybe some of the policy or some of the shit that's coming out, like them classing women as property and the abortion thing and that. And he's got the big bear, I think,
a little bit more forceful against Trump.
Well,
and he did that.
Like,
I think it was either today or yesterday. He came out and he was talking about a statement about the lack of integrity of Trump and how this last January.
He came out and mentioned that.
Yeah, he did. He came out and was talking about it. He needs to do more of that.
Yes,
he needs to. He needs to be stronger. I'm telling you.
Like they're going to base a lot of voters base it on the economy. I mean, you can't convince these people that the price of gas has nothing to do with who's in the office. It does. Right. Like I said, if a president could affect gas prices, we'd be paying a nickel for the last 15 years. It would be cheap here. They'd be giving it away. So no matter what a president does, he can't affect the gas prices. The only people who can do that is the oil company. So if you want to be pissed off at somebody, be pissed off at ExxonMobil and those people.
That's right.
Because they're making record profits, laughing all the way to the bank while you get pissed off at Joe Biden.
They're gouging us, John. They're gouging us. No question about
the oil and gas industry is heavily leans Republican, because the Republicans will cut the rules and regulations for them to do their business, and they make more money. So yeah.
How much has your gas come down?
We are paying $3.48, I think now.
What were you paying 2 months ago?
About four.
What was it at its worst, I should say? Here how Texas, high did it go?
In my area, it was about 4.
No, in Texas, not fair. In Texas, it's always cheap.
It's pretty cheap.
But in the average,
cheaper than anywhere else.
I know in Pennsylvania we were up to $4.99. It just hung.
That's what we were in St. Louis. $4.99.
And now it's gone down to $4.49.
Right,
that sounds like where we are now too.
I'm about $1 cheaper. Of course,
I used to work for Clark Oil in St. Louis, and when I was working for Clark Oil, I learned how they price gas per gallon or price gas future. They do all their pricing 3 months out from the date that they're doing the pricing. And what they do is they have spreadsheets. Back in the old days, anyway, back about 10 years ago, they had spreadsheets, and they would go and sit down with these spreadsheets and look at the barrel of the price of a barrel of gas 3 months from now. I can't talk anymore. 3 months from now, based on the trends. Futures. And that's what they would charge us today at the pump, what they expected to pay 3 months from now. Because I worked for them in their information systems, and I watched them do it.
I think they've changed their system, because when the price of oil goes up, it doesn't take much to get up. You go.
No, it doesn't.
As soon as that hits the news, you go down the street, and the price is already up.
Well, the rule of thumb was that for every penny they go up in the price of a gallon, they make $4 million a day.
They're shitting in high cotton right now. They are having windfall profits right now, which, like everybody knows, the price of fuel impacts the price of everything. So everything that went up there on the grocery store, you can thank ExxonMobil for that shit. Don't try to blame Joe Biden. He's doing the best damn job he could possibly do right now. And the tariffs.
Don't forget Trump's tariffs.
Yeah, they added a whole lot to it. So, again, Democrat coming in trying to clean up the shit a Republican leaves. It's what we always do. Anyway,
you know what the government needs to do when it all gets settled down? Let's have a wish. I got a wish list here for you, right?
Right.
The 2024 gets through, and Democrats hold the place. And what needs to happen is all the children of the presidents need to be looked at, not investigated, but looked how they've made profits out of the White House. Because this is another scam that's it's been going on probably for decades, but all the kids of the White House seem to get very wealthy and very advanced in their life when Dad becomes president.
Lucky us, I guess,
it's not right. It is not right. And they've got to sort of start saying, well, maybe the kids, the emoluments, is that the emoluments clause? That's going to be pushed a bit harder because it's been shit on. The emoluments clause has been shit on.
It always has been. Are you shitting me? The politics has become just a money-making machine. It is disgusting what it has done, especially
Ivanka declared her income tripled when she was in the White House. It was on her tax statement.
There's not a single poor congressman. There's not a congressman up there that ain't a multimillionaire. None of them. They may not have had a dime before they got there, but when they get there, all of a sudden they're a multimillionaire. That's because the way they make their money, it's disgusting. The inside information they have just by the bills that are in front of them in Congress is enough that they can play the stock market all day long.
They've never had to choose a supermarket where they could afford to buy toilet paper.
Are you shitting me? Donnie thinks you have to show your ID to buy beans. How long has it been since he's been in a store?
I would like to see Jamie Raskin as president nominee.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
I seen him last night on Stephen Colbert, I think it was.
Yep, he was on there.
Every time I listen to him, he's a smart man. I was really impressed with him during the impeachment trials, and he's on his toes.
Yep.
I tell you what, I just got a notification about 5 minutes from because I follow Beto O'Rourke and he's doing a lot.
Good man.
I tell you, I've been watching his live. I tell you, Beto, he's got a lot of Republicans that are up there that are shooting his way. You know
why? Because of the same shit you're watching. He's out there pounding the bushes every fucking day.
Yeah,
that's right.
Hey, I'm not in Texas, but I donate to Beto's campaign.
Thank
you.
Well,
how's he doing now? What's his poll numbers?
They have him tied with Greg Abbott, and for Texas, that's pretty
that's the
damn
last
good.
I saw.
He is outraising
tied.
Greg Abbott right now from donations from the public, not from big donors.
And Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania now.
I saw his interview.
Close. Yeah, he's close to. He's a little over, but not by much. So we gotta get more.
I saw his interview. Yes, who's he running against?
I had
Mastriano?
to meet him.
Is that? Yes, I saw that. Which is a product of you volunteering at your local Democratic headquarters, is it not?
Oh yeah,
that's where it takes you, baby. You call
it was a secret email.
Next thing you know, you're shaking hands with maybe the future governor of your state.
I know. I felt so honored. And he saw me with the shirt. I was wearing a pride shirt. It was in the shape of Pennsylvania, all the colors. He said, "I like your shirt." He goes.
I like to think that as long as I keep this beard, if I show up at a Beto O'Rourke rally, he knows who I am. If I shave this beard off, no. I've been around him enough times and had an opportunity to interview him a little bit. And, so now...
volunteering. Volunteering for campaigns has its perks. You know that. You probably met Beto already, right?
I have. Several times, yes.
Yes.
Shook hands with him, when I was working up there asking him questions.
Yeah, when I was working for Claire McCaskill, helping her campaign, I met Obama. I can't say it.
Barack Obama? Really?
I met him.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I met him. Shook his hand.
That's what I'm telling you. You volunteer, you get involved in your local politics. All politics is local. All of it. And which means that presidential election is going to hit your area one day. And if you're involved in that organization, you're going to meet people. And everybody from the top guy right on down. And there are a lot of influential people in political campaigns, in political parties, and you never know where that might help you in a personal way. You meet somebody and they say, "Hey, I like the way you think. I need somebody like you to work for me." Some shit like that.
Too bad, John, I didn't do something like this when I was younger, because who knows, I might have been press secretary for a president or something. Who knows? You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. When you volunteer for a candidate, You get the bullpen. You get to go. The bullpen is up front where the candidates are.
There you go.
And you get to go to that. And then when the speech is over, they walk in front of that and shake your hand. So it's really neat.
So again, if you're out there and you're contemplating, do it. Call your local Democratic headquarters and say, you know, I'd like to get involved in this shit. I don't like to knock on doors. I ain't getting up on stage and speaking, but I can do this or that and the other, because they are looking for somebody who can do this, that, and the other. And so, yeah, I highly recommend it. I want to thank
What I did was get rides for people to the polls.
There you go.
There you go.
Rides to the polls.
That's what I did all the time on the phone.
Very important.
And it does. It goes to the heart. It makes you feel better to be involved in the process, just naturally. It reinforces your own beliefs and that you have in your heart, and it does. It carries. So I do. I passionately say. Passionate just came out of my mouth because it said Southpaw said, I understand Beto was passionate about that issue. Beto O'Rourke is passionate about every issue. And whoever said he talked to Republicans, yes, he will take questions from Republicans. He will knock on Republicans' doors. He will engage them, discuss whatever they want to in whatever manner they want. But I've never seen that man lose his cool, and he responds respectfully to every answer, and it's plain and precise, his views on everything. I really enjoy watching that guy.
That'll go a long way.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
With most
both
people.
parties will respect him.
I got two headlines just popped up here. Man charged in wife's death. One headline, this is what man charged in wife's death voted for Trump using her ballot. And that was before he was found out
he pled
killed
guilty,
her.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another one, it says more Trumper voter fraud. That's David Pacman, but I don't know what that's referring to. I haven't clicked on it. But more Trumpers voter fraud. They might have been using dead people, not the fucking.
They did. If there was any cheating going on, you can bet your ass it was the Republicans.
The Post just broke in with an announcement. Justice Department investigating Trump's actions as part of January 6th criminal probe. Just came in on Washington Post.
That what?
Justice Department investigating Trump's actions as part of January 6th criminal probe. This is what popped up on the Washington Post just a second ago.
That's where it's going. After they did Mike Pence's staff, yeah, that's where they're going. They're going after him. Let's see where it goes.
Didn't they bury his ex-wife on the golf course? Yeah. Is that the story? I'm like, my God.
I don't know if they did it on the golf course. I would not put it past his ass.
Well, that's what they're saying, that she was buried by, I can't remember which hole it was, but apparently that's where they buried her.
She still owns major shares in a lot of that stuff. I believe that was part of the settlement. She still got major shares in that
Anita
shit.
Bracey got her book signed by Obama and got to shake his hand. Outstanding. Well, look, we're going to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining us in the conversation this evening, being involved, being informed, baby. That's what this show is about. That's what this whole damn thing is about, is to try to keep everybody we can motivated, informed, and ready to get to November, because November is the big party, baby, and we got to be there. I want to thank everybody. DJ, I'm glad you came in, brother. Enjoyed it. Uh-oh. DJ, we lost you again, brother. Holy shit, this Discord pissing me off.
Well, only when you're on a mobile phone. If you're on a mobile phone, you'll get kicked off eventually.
No shit. God damn it.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, there you are. Well, DJ, I appreciate you coming by this evening, brother.
No problem. I'm happy that you let me in for the first time. And can I put one plug in, John?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
I'm starting a web podcast, a video cast.
Right.
It's called The Oldest Living Hippie in St. Louis, and my motto is keep on trucking.
There you go. Where's it going to be posted?
Oldest living
hippie in St. Louis, Missouri.
Outstanding.
That's the name of the podcast.
You're right. That's what it's going to be. I haven't started. I'm going to do some testing on YouTube to see how it goes for the video feed. And then about a month from now, I'm going to bring it up. I've already started. I've created 5 websites that I'll connect to it. But basically, I'm going to do what you don't do, John, and that is I'm going to be a curmudgeon and just insult everybody.
Get after everybody. All of them, baby. Jump their ass.
All of them, baby.
Didn't it flood in St. Louis today?
Yes, it did. Big time.
You ain't swimming right now, are you?
DJ. Oh man,
he kicked off again.
Yeah, he missed that. Yeah, that big floods up there. Anyway, SC, again, thank you, brother, for coming by. We always enjoy it when you come by. Take care of yourself. I'm glad you're feeling better. All that good shit.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, yep. Good deal.
Outstanding. And Johnny Fly. Take care of Pennsylvania for us up there, brother.
Oh,
We're keeping our eye on Pennsylvania. We're keeping our eye on there, baby.
Definitely. No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Enjoyed it.
Same here. Thanks for having me on.
You bet, DJ. And Catman56, my buddy Keith up Minneapolis, Minnesota, thank you very much for the donations and your time, my friend.
Best wishes to the Blue Dot family. We're in this together.
All the way to the end, baby.
We are.
Amen.
All the way to the end. Thank you, Keith, for coming in. And Aussie Dave.
Yo.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure to hear from down under.
Yeah. Thank you. I had fun. There was a lot of good conversation tonight. And don't forget we've lost Mitch and
Bill
I want to thank Mitch for coming in and Bill Joins for coming in and joining the conversation. This family grows all the time, and I'm just tickled to death when everybody shows up. So we have good conversation. Anyway,
excellent.
I want to thank everybody whose names are going by there on our Patreon donations. Thank you very much, those that donate monthly, and a big thank you to those who donated tonight and it just blew me out of the water tonight, and I so appreciate it. But from the smallest to the biggest, baby, every donation is heartfelt. A thank you from us here at this family, and we appreciate it tremendously. It's how we pay the bills, baby. Anyway, until next time, which will be Thursday, if I got my days right, we'll be back here for another Blue Dot family meeting, so please come by and join us. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good
night, everybody. Remember.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
There.
Wherever you are. Remember,
Good night, Keith.
Try to put a smile on somebody's face tomorrow. It'll make them wonder what the hell you're up to. Anyway, it'll make you smile too. Y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see you later.